Hey everyone, welcome. I'm MisterBo, and in today's video we're going to be discussing Trials of Osiris, but it might not be Trials of Osiris anymore, and we're also going to be discussing private matches when it comes to Destiny 2. So let's start off with Trials. So on the reveal of Destiny 2's gameplay, IGN Fireteam Chat did an interview with Mark Noseworthy and Luke Smith, and they asked, are we going to be seeing Trials of Osiris at the launch of Destiny? And they responded with no, we're not going to be getting it on day one. They then followed up asking, are we going to be getting it with the Osiris expansion that we know is coming? And they said we're going to be getting it way before. So we aren't getting Trials of Osiris at launch, but we're going to be getting it shortly after launch. Probably like we see with raids, they give us time to level up before releasing a raid so that everyone has an equal chance when starting out. I believe that's what they're doing again with Trials this time. Leave it a couple of weeks, then release it when everyone is at a high enough light level to actually participate. Now, along with Trials, they also teased there are going to be some changes. One of the many changes is that connection-based matchmaking is going to be the priority this time around. So in Destiny 1 at the moment, if you're playing Trials and you have 3 wins, it's going to try and match you up with someone else who has 3 wins or is a similar skill rating to you. However, in Destiny 2, at the priority, it's going to be connection, and then after that, it will then look for people with skill, meaning you should have better connection when playing in Trials, because sometimes it can be super annoying when the other team is lagging, and that can cost you the loss sometimes. So what do I mean when I say Trials of Osiris might not be Trials of Osiris anymore? Well, a couple of weeks ago, before the gameplay reveal of Destiny 2, someone went to Reddit called Destiny Leaker, and they put down a load of information about what we'd see on Destiny 2, and well, most of that turned out to be true when we saw the gameplay reveal. Now, right at the end of his post, he actually put Trials of Osiris is now gone. It's called Trials of the 9. Now, Trials of the 9 kind of makes sense. We've known about the 9 for a long time, we know we're going to be learning more about them in Destiny 2, and a perfect way to do that would be switching Trials of Osiris to Trials of the 9. We know we're also going to be getting more information about Osiris in the upcoming expansion, so if we somehow meet Osiris or learn more about Osiris in that expansion, and we're continuing to do our trials for him, it kind of maybe wouldn't make sense. The 9 as a group, we don't really know much about them. We know Zerd does their bidding for them, he is an agent of the 9, and we know they're located around Jupiter. We know one of the new locations is Io, which is a moon of Jupiter, and we do know that there was cut content from Destiny 1 of the location of Europa. Now, this is complete theory, but maybe instead of the lighthouse this time around when we get 9-0, or however it's going to work, we go to Europa instead, and there's a new social space there where we get our rewards and maybe even see the 9, or maybe that's where Xur is. We don't really know at this moment, and I'm sure we'll learn more about that before Destiny 2 launches, because Trials is a major thing for Destiny. It's one of the standout game modes, and it's probably what's keeping people playing it right now. Now, another multiplayer feature that people really like in Destiny is private matches. Private matches was something that was introduced late to Destiny 1 with the launch of Rise of Iron, and in that same IGN Fireteam interview, they asked, are we going to be seeing private matches at launch? And unfortunately, we aren't going to be seeing them there. They will come after. Now, this might come as a shock to some people. We saw private matches in Destiny 1, why aren't they there at the launch of Destiny 2? That doesn't make sense. Now, one of the reasons I believe this to be is because they're expanding upon what private matches are. Halo 3 had awesome custom games, and even a game like Overwatch, where it's got these characters that have awesome abilities, kind of like what we have in Destiny, they have so many options when it comes to custom private matches. And I'm hoping that is what is holding back private matches in Destiny 2. They're going to flesh out all these settings and options that we have when it comes to creating private matches. Because just imagine, you could create a game mode where everyone has supers non-stop, you can only use power weapons, you can only use certain exotics. That would be really cool in Destiny and would give people a lot more replayability. So maybe that's what they're doing with private matches in Destiny 2, and that is why we won't have them at launch. We don't really know much more about private matches at this current time, and like with Trials, we'll learn more as we come up to the launch of Destiny 2 and after, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on any new information we do get on either of these two subjects. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about Trials not being there at launch but being there shortly after, and what do you think about it being Trials of the 9 instead of maybe Trials of Osiris? Let me know if you have any ideas of what kind of armor we could then get, because obviously Trials of Osiris armor was Egyptian themed. What would we get for the 9? Who knows? And what do you think about private matches not being there at launch either? Were you a big fan of private matches in Destiny 1, or were they something you didn't really play too much? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to read through your thoughts. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to give the like button a big old hug. You can follow me over on Twitter at @IamMisterBo, links in the description below. But as always, hopefully you guys have an awesome day, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.